Janani Sharadam Devi Ramakrishna Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Murmu. We saw the whole process of meditation through the Kundalini awakening. The Jivatman in the heart, along with the Paramatman as the Antaryamin, how they live together in the heart center. And then we saw how we associating with the breath, trying to control the breath, make it move through the Ida and Pingala through an imaginary state, identifying with the actual reality, trying to superimpose our actions with practical breathing process, how we move, and by practice slowly years pass and mind becomes subtle to recognize the Chaitanic current flowing in us. The Chaitanic current flowing are called the nadis. Nadis are 72,000 nadis and all we say that is the nadi. And Ida Pingala are the main nadis that carry the Chaitanya to the whole bodily existence, Shushumna. And we see the Ida Pingala crossing at particular places and it becomes the chakra. And this we see along the spine at the physical level, but we transcend the gross, subtle and causal to those centers. These centers are doors, what we see in the physical bodily existence shown in the books and all are the doors at the gross level. We have to go to the deep sleep level, passing through the dream state. To that depth we have to go in meditation. How we dwell in each chakras, meditating upon the petals, colors, bija mantra, and how we identify and start making the current of the breath as if we are hitting with the breath, we imagine, and then actually the current flows. After a long time we discover, because of the subtlety of the intellect, we discover the movement of Chaitanya. This is breath we take, energy we try to move, and then we see the Chaitanya current flowing through the. Then we associate with that Chaitanya, that is the extension of the Absolute in us, which is making this bodily existence possible. The expression of consciousness through matter is life. So that consciousness is expressing through this bodily existence and it making it alive. And Jivatmanut is the three things are essential for our bodily existence. One is Jiva Tattva, Prakriti Tattva and Shiva Tattva. Together is what I am. I have my own karmic load. The body is given by the Prakriti Tattva, and there is the Chaitanya which pervades everything and gives existence. My existential aspect belongs to the divine, the Brahman, the absolute existence, the Chaitanya, Shuddha Chaitanya, the pure consciousness. And bodily existence belongs to nature, Prakriti, and my own karmic load is there, which is driving me to do this and that. So here we see that we have to transcend all these layers, bodily layers, and go to the core as if so much of concentration, so much of, we begin with identification of the chakras at the gross physical level, identifying with the Sushumna Nadi, that is, which is deepest layer of our existence, at the core of our existence. But we take somewhere along the spine at gross level, at the base of the spine as Muladhara. But as concentration deepens, we forget the body, we forget the world, we forget everything and start dwelling actually in the chakras. Then we see the current flowing of the Chaitanya, and then we associate with it and we start moving. The Divine Mother, the Shakti, awakens and carries the jiva. Even in our puja, daily puja we do in the Ramakrishna tradition, there is Bhuta Shuddhi. In Bhuta Shuddhi, we every day what we do in Bhuta Shuddhi is to meditate in such a way that I bring the individual soul, my existence independent of body, the Jivatman, I take to the Mooladhara because the Chaitanya, my existence, can easily go down, but it cannot go up from the Anahata. It is holding there because God is not living Him and He is not living God. He remains there. Now, when the time has come, it has to get associated with the Chit-Shakti and climb to higher levels of consciousness. It can easily climb down. Now it was afraid of coming down to the Mooladhara all these years, all these lives also, because it doesn't have strength to, it becomes totally the extremely lowly being in this universe. So it remains there at human level. When we have a human body, it remains there. Now it has the strength. Now it has recognized the flow of consciousness from the transcendental to the relative bodily existence. So it gets associated without fear. It can descend to the Mooladhara. I may fall, I may never be able to come up from the bodily level. There is no fear. I have left God and coming down, there is no fear. It is extension of the Chaitanya, of the Absolute, which is making my body live. So I am associating with the current of the consciousness that is coming from the core of my existence, from the transcendental realm. That I have identified now. With that, I easily go to Mooladhara, associate myself with the Chit-Shakti. In daily puja we do Bhuta Shuddhi, that I am telling. Associate. And straight away, crossing one by one chakra, I go to the Sahasrara and be there safely. And then the whole body is reduced. Om Bhuta Shangata Shira Shushumna Patena Jiva Shivam Paramashiva Pade Yojayami Swaha. After that, Om Idam Linga Shariram. Linga Sharira means the subtle body, Sukshma Sharira. Linga Shariram Shoshaya Swaha. Sthula Sharira cannot be destroyed. My subtle body can be merged back in the Chaitanya. What all it has acquired the vasanas, I want to destroy. Idam Linga Shariram Shoshaya. Dry it up like wet wood. I want to dry. Shoshaya Swaha. Om Ram Sankocha Sharim Dahada Swaha. Let it get burnt away. I am safe there in the Absolute. And with Chit-Shakti has taken me up to there. Because I was not able to come because Chit-Shakti was lying there. Now after recognizing the consciousness, Chaitanic current in me, I easily go, call my mother, hold the hand, and she takes me to here. Leaving there, I dry up my Sukshma Sharira, I burn it. Ram Sankocha Shariram Dahada Swaha, dried up body, let it get burnt away. Then I rebuild with pure, fresh, all these acquired tendencies, vasanas are burnt. Now it is pure again. So I am building up new Om Linga Shariyam Shosha Swaha Sankocham Dada Swaha. Paramashiva idam Sushumna Pathena Mula Shrangatam Ullasolasa Jwala Jwala Prajwala Prajwala Soham Hamsa Swaha. I am that. He understands. He rebuilds the body and starts dwelling again in this body, pure body. With this body I can do the worship of Sri Ramakrishna or any god. So every day when we do the puja, there is Bhuta Shuddhi, in which I associating myself with the, this actually happens in the Kundalini Yoga. Kundalini Yoga, this happens only after I practice pranayama for a long time and recognize the Ida Pingala currents and try to associate with my breath energy, and then suddenly I recognize the subtle current flowing of the Chaitanya. With the Chaitanya I descend and again climb to the, by breaking first the Brahma Granthi, Vishnu Granthi and Rudra Granthi we break. When we cross the Ajna Chakra, last class we saw, we are coming to the Ajna Chakra and pure energy. The Chaitanya has taken the form of energy because universe, the bodily, whole bodily existence, which was the projection of the absolute Akasha, Akashad Vayu, Vayu Agni, Agni Rapa Advya Prithvi. Prithvi again we merged in the Jala, Jala merged in the Agni Tattva, in Vayu Tattva, Vayu Tattva, in Akasha Tattva. Whole we have wound out. Now Agni, Akasha Tattva, what is there? If I lift it to the, it becomes energy. First manifestation of the Shakti, energy, is Akasha Tattva. I am going beyond the Akasha Tattva. Now Akasha Tattva becomes pure energy, Chit Shakti, and I see the Divine Mother there in the Ajna. Now here, from here to Sahasrara when I travel, last Granthi breaks between my causal body, Karana Sharira and Chaitanya. I have three bodies, Chaitanya is bound to the three. The knots that are bound is called the Granthis. Brahma Granthi between the Swadhisthana and Manipura, at heart Anahata there is the Vishnu Granthi, and at Ajna Chakra between the eyebrows there is Rudra Granthi. When I cross this Rudra Granthi, I reach the absolute existence. I know myself in the totally. I know myself as Spirit Chaitanya. I know myself as the absolute existence, Satchidananda Sagara. I know myself as eternal. I know myself as immortal. I know myself as infinite existence, Chaitanya. I am ocean of bliss, peace, love, absolute myself. So this we experience at the Sahasrara. The last chakra we break, and then I am totally free from all the bodies. Do I live in the Sharira? The same Sharira, this as the center. I am all pervading. I am everywhere, but my center is here. Just like anything else. Something is spreading, radiating. Sun is there, it is radiating. Like that. The center and its expansion. I expand and pervade everything, but I have made a kendra to act in the world of duality. So I just nimitta only this bodily existence. I am totally free from this bodily existence forever. And this state is called Jivan Mukta. He is still living, but he is Mukta, Jivan Mukta. We see all saints acquiring this stage of, after that whether body remains or not, it is immaterial. You have known yourself as the you are in the ocean of bliss. Nothing to, for a drop of bliss of that, in enjoyments we spend whole life, bind ourselves with so many things, so much of suffering, bondage, in that a iota of the Brahmananda we see. It is, suppose ocean, a small molecule of water you are getting in whole life. and yourself is ocean of. It looks as if one village, one beggar was there. Means he suddenly, somehow he became a beggar, or he is left as a beggar. Nobody to take care, he doesn't have anybody. And he is, to add to all that, he is lame. And as a small boy, he starts sitting under a tree in the village and asking for alms. He will be taking whatever they give, he will eat, and he used to live there. And a good life, not harming anybody, just taking the name of God and spending his days. Just whoever comes, he should just smile. That's all. No grief, no asking. Whatever, anything anybody gives, take. If he doesn't want, no, I don't want, I have taken my food. He used to live. Everybody liked him. Everybody, and because he is lame, he cannot move and work there, no. And just, yes, nothing. If one villager gives one day, so one banana, it is enough for him. So he was living. Slowly, his next generation came. All people whom he had seen in his childhood days have become old. He also has become old. So in the old age, he used to still live under the same tree. As a small boy, he found that place and he was living. Then whole day life he has begged his food and eaten and stayed there. Last he dies there itself. And then the people, what to do with that beggar? Now he has to be cremated or he has to be buried. Then people think it is better, where he has spent whole life under the tree, let us bury him there. So they dig a pit. While digging, they see a matka, a pot full of gold was there, with which he can build one palace and feed all people all the time. That much of gold was there below where he was sitting. He was sitting on that gold and begging his food. We are also doing the same thing. Inside is the ocean of Ananda, and for a drop of Ananda, whole life we spend in bondage and run about. So this is about meditation we have been seeing. This is how we transcend the nature in various ways, and we have seen how bhaktas go inside, how jnanis reach the ultimate, how these people, there is the Patanjali Yoga also, asana, pranayama and all that, dharana, dhyana, samadhi, path of going, Ashtanga Yoga, and there is Sri Vidya. They totally depend upon the mantra japa and recitation of the Divine Mother's stories or leelas like Durga Saptashati and all that. Main support of their life is the Shodashakshari or Panchadashakshari that they hold on to, go on repeating. The Bala Tripura Sundari they meditate upon as the Divine Mother. All the source, it is at the source of the universe. The universe is so beautiful. Everything is beautiful. Everything. Just look at your body, it's functioning. Look at anything in this world. It is, the whole nature is radiating beauty. You see beauty there. Everything is so finely associated with things that we see that beauty, the source of all that beauty, all goodness, all greatness. What is the source? If the small amount of beauty we see somewhere, what could be the source of all that beauty, all that greatness, all that is good and pure? That is the Bala Tripura Sundari, on whom they meditate upon. and that is one of the, it is considered as a ascetic path in which a few who are qualified for that are initiated into. It is little, means it is Shakti worship. They must be in particular state of existence. So what I found here in this South India, it is Sri Vidya is very common. North also I have come across, and here I was going for Samaveda, to learn Samaveda from a Pandit. He was in that path of Sri Vidya. I used to discuss with him about the Sri Vidya process. He went to his teacher. The teacher expects the student to be with him. And if he wants the success in this very life, others will take initiation, this, that, and start doing at home. But they may not be able to reach in this one life. So he says his guru, how he gave him, he went at the age of 12 or 13 to his guru. He wanted to get the Sri Vidya Diksha. The guru asked him to stay with him and did not speak anything about the spiritual matter or religious matter. Just he has to do the daily Sandhya Vandana 3 times and do Gayatri Mantra, and then serve in the house what all work he has to do, sweeping and washing and cleaning, bringing water. In those days, when I met him, he was in his 80s. So as a boy, in those days, firewood he has to bring from the forest. All this like a Gurukula. He was looking after so much of work from morning till night. At the exact time, he has to take bath 3 times a day and sit for and do the Sandhya Vandana and Gayatri. That's all. 1 year passed, 2 years passed. This is the period when he was just doing. Then the 3rd year, he asked him to do specific number of Gayatri. You have to do morning 1,000, minimum 1,000. Afternoon minimum 1,000. Evening 1,000. And light a fire in the evening at sunset. And how much of japa he has done? 1/10 of that he has to give the ahuti in the fire. Anything, bilva or tulasi or anything like that, with dipped in ghee or some grains or something, anything, whatever is available, he will offer 1/10 of it. Suppose 1,000 he does, then 100 offerings he has to give. 3,000 he will be doing, 300 offerings with Gayatri Mantra he has to give at the sunset. That he made him to do for 1 full year. Then he was asked to do the minimum japa, 108 3 times, and do Durga Saptashati Patha. Durga Saptashati. The Navaranava mantra comes there. Navaranava mantra, he has to repeat the Navaranava mantra. As usual, all of us we do the Durga Saptashati commonly, same way, same vidhi, but he has to do the 3 times Sandhya Vandana and do minimum 108 japas. The japa doing 1,000 and all, the 5 rituals was stopped, and he has to do the Durga Saptashati. Daily once he has to do. Vidhivat sitting. And this he made him to do for 3 more years. 6 years he had to pass after doing Durga Saptashati for 3 years. The last year of the Durga Saptashati, after 2 years, the 3rd year, he was asked to do specific number of the Navaranava mantra. Navaranava mantra he has to do 1,000, 1,000, 1,000 and offer 1/10, 1/100th. That was 1/100th of a what japa he has done, offerings in the fire at evening. That was got done for 1 year. Then he was formally initiated into the Navarnava mantra which we use in the Durga Saptashati. Navarnava mantra, he got it done for 2 more years, from morning till night as much as possible. Once he has to read Durga Saptashati and go on doing this japa. Wherever he is working, whatever he is doing, he has to keep repeating. That he got it done for 2 years. After that he was given the final mantra. But how much of purification he has to undergo just by taking a body, and he has lived 11-12 years, he went to Gurukula and he has lived a pure life. After another 2 years, he was given the Shodashakshara mantra, the 16-syllable mantra. Look at it, and that he had to do the rest of his life, and how to enter into the inner layers of existence, how to, the dhyana mantra, there will be dhyana mantra for everything. This, before starting, he has to dhyana mantra. To dhyana mantra, he has to visualize the Divine Mother. How he will visualize, what kind of, there are various vidyas, what he likes, what is his nature, Guru will find out and give him the instruction. This is your Ishta Devata. The Dashamahavidyas are there. What is your nature? What does match to you? You take this, whether it is Kali or Bhairavi or this and this. Then there is the Dhyana mantra. Guru will explain. See, this will be the way. This is the how you go inside. And all that. It takes about 15-16 years to get established in that path. And then the meditation becomes so spontaneous. And then the mantra japa, whole thing is dependent on that mantra. And that mantra is the thing which is he is going to mount on that mantra and transcend the bodily existence and reach the Divine Mother in the core of his heart. So this is Sri Vidya. Similarly, we have various ways of meditation. There is Dahara Vidya in the Mahanarana Upanishad. These are all various types of meditation. Just I am giving you the introduction, but the first meditation which we did Bhakti Yoga, transcending, entering into Vijnanamaya Kosha, experiencing the form of God, entering into Savikalpa Samadhi is the easiest and the normal way of going for all. And this is what advocated by the Ramakrishna Mutt for all the devotees. Niranjanam nityamanantarupam bhaktanukampa dritavigraham vai Ishavataram parameshamidhyam tam Ramakrishnam shirasa namamaha.